As a family lawyer, the scope of what we do on a daily basis is very wide, and that's part of the excitement of being a family lawyer.
It's a challenging area, to be sure. It's being able to help good people at the worst time of their life. And although that's challenging, I think that it can be very rewarding.
I've had many clients that have run the gamut with me. I've had clients that I've represented that have gotten divorced, remarried, and divorced again. I have had clients that got married, divorced, and then remarried the same client. There's not much that I have not seen. I feel like I've seen it all, but every day surprises me.
My approach in virtually all of my cases is I want to make sure my clients know that the door is open. I'm going to be a careful listener. I'm going to be a very, very aggressive advocate for what it is that they want. But I also tell them that a huge part of my role, and perhaps more so than they ever expect, is to make them understand what are and are not reasonable expectations. And those include a wide variety of things apart from litigation.
I think from a collaborative standpoint, or at least a cooperative standpoint, tried to approach every case, particularly those involving children, with trying to find some common ground. And most parties going through a divorce share a goal of trying to save money and conserve resources. And so if we can appeal to that interest, that it's much better to serve your family and your children by reaching an agreement outside of the courtroom, that's the commonality that we try to build momentum from and try to settle their case from there.
One of the things that people forget when they're fighting with one another is that it's generally considered a great thing to have two parents. And our courts and our law presumes that it's a good thing for kids to have continuing contact with both of their parents. And some of the advice I give most frequently that people might not want to hear is you be nice to the other person, and you need to encourage the relationship between the children and that other person.
Essentially, we are a small little boutique law firm. My team operates, I would say, as a small boutique law firm, but has the benefit of being part of something so much bigger. So access to so many other resources, people in the corporate department and the tax department.
If I need to look at a complicated trust, I can trust that one of my partners is going to help me do that and guide me through that process. And I think that makes the client experience just that much better, even if they don't ultimately use other parts of our law firm for other services, knowing that everything's here under one roof and I can be guided by the expertise of my partners, I think really sets us apart.
There's really nothing that comes across my desk that there's not an expert here in that area. So there's never an issue in a case of mine that I can't lean on a colleague and say, how do you answer that? How do you handle that?
I think everyone in our firm, all of the attorneys, and frankly our staff have the same goal, which is to try and service our clients in the best way possible.
I would rather represent 10 people and try to help 10 families than one client that I'm responsible only to that one client.